Hey guys, we are back with some B-Ball action. Now, a lot of you may be very confused at what you're seeing. You might not know exactly what B-Ball in TF2 is, but before I hand it over to our commentators Star and Mela to explain this game mode, I first need to talk about the charity and the raffles a little bit more. If you're just joining us, this is Tip of the Hat's charity, benefiting OneStepCamp.org, a charity for a summer camp for kids with cancer. And if you donate, we have a lot of raffles that you can enter, little donation incentives. And those, you can still enter those raffles for the next hour. At the end of this segment, the raffles will be closed. So if you want to donate, do that in the next hour. You have until 11 p.m. Eastern. And the raffles you can enter are, give me a moment to pull up my document that I keep closing. We have 4 different raffles. The first raffle is an unusual raffle with a bunch of unusual hats, earbuds, max heads, and all other kinds of in-game TF2 items. We have, I think, somewhere around 50 to 60 of those that are going to be giving out, so there's going to be a bunch of winners for that. That is $5 to enter that. Just specify the unusual raffle in your donation comment. We also have a merchandise raffle where we're giving away a bunch of Twitch TV t-shirts, some crucial M4 128GB SSDs, hand-sewn TF2 class icon patches that you can put on clothing and backpacks and whatnot, and a selection of over 30 different Steam games with big titles like BioShock Infinite and Borderlands 2. We also have a class item raffle. There's going to be 9 winners of that one for each class of TF2, and then they're going to win a bunch of hats, miscellaneous items, and weapons for one random class. Some other things you can win are some game servers provided by TragicServers.com, who have sponsored all the servers for this event. We'll be giving away 3 TF2 servers and 2 Minecraft servers for that. We also have some silent auctions going on the TeamFortress.tv forums. If you want to try to get some items signed by your favorite players, such as Banny, Stabby, Star, and maybe even myself if you like me. But yeah, so you have 1 hour to enter these raffles, so get those donations in, and we will be announcing the winners tonight after the 6v6 show match. So from midnight to 1 a.m. Eastern, 2 hours from now, we will be announcing the winners. 1 more hour to enter, 2 hours till we announce the winners. So get those donations in, guys. I'm going to hand it off to Star and Mela, though, to explain B-Ball and give you your commentary. Enjoy.
Hey everybody, how's it going? Me and Mela here are going to be casting some B-Ball. For those of you who don't know what B-Ball is, this may look a little bit weird. I mean, when I was young, I hung out in a lot of B-Ball courts, always had to hustle, but this one looks a little bit different. There's no exit. So, Mela, what is going on here?
Well, pretty much as you can see, it looks exactly like any kind of B-Ball court you've ever seen. You got the 2 hoops, like, it's all set up perfect, but instead of any kind of actual basketball throwing, it's only soldier. They have to use a rocket launcher and the shotgun. There's like no unlocks allowed really, and basically you just have to walk over the intelligence, jump into the intelligence, whatever. Just get the intelligence and then jump on top of one of the hoops to score a point for your team. And in this case it's going to be 2v2, which is how it's normally played.
Yeah, so it is a good combination of jumping and deathmatch. You're also going to see a lot of players kill themselves, where like if they have low health, I mean there's no health kits anywhere, so if you kill yourself you respawn back and able to actually defend your hoop. If you do land on like top of the hoop or like next to it, you have to be right on the hoop, otherwise it does not count as a dunk. So our first match here is actually going to be Banny and Z-Brian versus Cinco Stan and Ine from Crack Clan. Cinco Stan, I'm not sure, I think that's actually a country, so it's a country on that team. A country of sinks.
And yeah, basically NA and Cinco Stan are kind of like B-Ball mains, like they know what they're doing in B-Ball, and Z-Brian and Banny are definitely some recognizable Sixes players. Banny's pretty good at TF2, and Z-Brian is also a soldier in Invite, and they're both great jumpers as this match is going underway here. And Banny gets the intelligence first as they pick up a frag on a Cinco Stan right away.
Yeah, we're going to see them fighting over, see who can get the first point. That's always really important because then you can base everything, all your expectations off of the first capture point. Nobody has exactly got it quite yet. Banny trying to get away with the... You're going to see people dying a lot very quickly. It's hard to say, oh, this guy died, this guy died. You see him getting shotgun out of the air. Some people play B-Ball with, you know, more unlock slots. Some people would argue that you can't do this, you can't do that. We're going with the rule set of no gunboats. We don't want people being able to jump ever. That's kind of a big advantage in this game mode. and you have to use the shotgun. No weird rocket launchers like the direct hit. There we do have our first score.
Yeah, and I don't know, at the beginning of this match, I would think that ZBrian and Bandy just have the advantage based off DM, but a lot of BBall isn't really DM. A lot of it's just blocking and team play and really just avoiding the damage.
There was a wipe. There was a wipe for a minute there.
That's gonna happen a lot. Like Star said, people are gonna be dying all the time, like killing themselves, killing each other, etc.
Yeah, I believe ZBrian just killed himself right there because they won a fight, they got the intelligence in their favor. We actually had a pass there. A lot of people don't even know. In Team Fortress 2, this is like completely weird to some people. You can drop the intel. No one has the key bound ever. Like when you finally go into CTF, you need that key bound. You might even see like one guy jumps up, drops it on the hoop, and the other person jumps to the hoop. That's the hardcore B-ball. I'd love to see some of that.
Yeah, I definitely want to see some awesome B-ball team play coming out here, especially from these people that I guess are really just known for playing so much B-ball and like really mastering this game mode. As Blue takes the lead 3-1 right now. Maybe that invite DM is just coming into play right now as they're getting some more frag.
Yeah, definitely a lot of things like from the regular game of Team Fortress 2 carry over into B-ball. We were talking before that ZBrian does have a lot of experience in this game mode though, not just being a competitive player coming from B-ball, as I hear.
Yeah, and another thing, just that always happens in this game, but normally you'd flip out about seeing air shots and that sort of thing, but there's just air shots all the time. Like, you gotta think, like, when you're playing this, there's just a guy going for your hoop at all times, jumping at it. Like, you know where he's gonna land, and people are gonna be firing the air shots at you, and a lot of times they're gonna hit B-ball.
Yeah, even more of a nuisance is the shotgun. If you get hit by the shotgun in midair, you're completely thrown off your track link, and if it's a good, maybe even 20 damage, it could almost completely stop you. We're actually seeing the red team here really struggle to get over and capture the point. They've been holding on to the flag, the ball, for a while now, but not actually able to make any captures. They are getting rejected every time they get over there. It's pretty ridiculous. You can jump off of the fences. There's a nice score. You can jump off of the fences, but anything above the fences you can't. You can stand on top of them. Oh, back to back.
Yeah, and it seems like Blue they really have these like long jumps on lop. Like ZBrian just picked it up, took one really big jump. I think they're both like C tapping, crouch tapping, and all that, which just gives you that extra distance, which really comes in handy in B-ball when you're trying to get to the hoop fast.
Oh yeah, man. If you can crouch tap and you've got that jump on lockdown, you can do that. You can jump from like your 3-point rim line to the other person's hoop. It's a hoop.
Yeah, it is. And right now Blues is kind of extending their lead 5 points now. Earlier it was only by 3 or so. And you might see the score again here as, you know, Red is kind of losing some people, but really it's hard to tell who's always going to win these fights because people just die and respawn so quickly that sometimes dying really is a benefit in this game mode.
Yeah, it's been a while since I played. Do you recall what the score limit would be for this?
I don't know. I think it's a time. It's like when the clock runs down. I'm not 100% sure, but yeah,
ZBrian's got the ball. He's going for the thing, and that's pretty much what you can summarize B-ball as. You've got it, you're going for it, and someone's going to be there to stop you. Or they actually, I think that was he dropped it, and the other guy picked it up. Yeah. We're seeing the moves. And nice air shot there by Benny. That really saved it right there.
Yeah, and Red's just trying to jump all over the intel. It was just kind of sitting there, like, baiting them in. The intel was practically on the blue team for like half a second there.
Benny was like in the skybox, if this map even has one. I'm sure it like doesn't, because it's a map about jumping, but he dropped it all the way down. He picked it up. They weren't unable to do that though. They're doing the sneaky stuff. They're going for it. This is like super try hard B-ball.
Zico San just like rocket jumps up and double air shots ZBrian when he's trying to cap, and that's something you're gonna see a lot, like similar to a tall black man jumping up and blocking a basketball in real basketball. The soldier just rocket jumps straight up and just like they'll shock someone in front of or hit someone with a rocket jumping at the same time.
Very similar to a large black man. Thankfully, no rocket launchers in basketball. I might actually watch the sport if they had it, but not really a fan.
And now Blues is still holding on to like the same lead they had all game, like 3, 4, 5 points. That really needs to score a few in a row and just start getting the frags, but the blue fraggy power is kind of overwhelming.
Surfed, air strafing all the way over from about the mid, getting right onto it, ooh, and dropping it behind the point. air strafe is very, very important because you don't want to get hit by rockets as you're going in. So you're not only are you like trying to aim for the tiny little hoop, which might be difficult enough for some people, you need to swerve back and forth to make it not so easy to just get blown out of the air.
And I'm really glad you kept talking there because that thing happened where I lag out for like 5 seconds every 10 minutes.
I'm really glad you lagged out for like 10 seconds.
Talking. So, yeah, Blue's still in the lead by 3 here as Cinco-san takes like the biggest jump I've ever seen in my life. Like, I don't even know how he just did that.
God.
And then Z-Brian just fancy jumps back over there, gets another cap. And yeah, this is just... It's kind of hard to tell what's always going on at BBall because it's so unpredictable.
It's so unpredictable, the respawns are so fast, so it's hard to be like, oh, here's the play-by-play, and you just can't keep up with it sometimes. It's like Marvel. Just let it happen.
And once again, Blue gets another point, just extending that lead. And Red, yeah, they actually capped there as Cinco-san got air shot on top of the
He got
roof.
absolutely wrecked. Both of them down. We're going to see Cinco-san go for the jump right now, jumping off of the fence. Nope. And taken down by, like, the double shotgun. This really is a lot more ridiculous when you have a 2v2 as well, which is how it normally is played, but you do have 2 players to rely on to defend it and to work together. It's nice.
It is, and I can definitely say Z-Brian and Banny are using some teamwork, because we did see them do some handoff plays earlier and that sort of thing, and they do get another cap there, so up by 5.
My favorite kind of dunks, oh, it lands on the hoop, you know, if you just jump up there, that's a dunk, but my favorite kind of dunks are like the ones that miss, and like you land on top of the, whatever you would call it, the white hill. I'm gonna call it the white hill. Not too sure about the basketball terms, but when you land up there and you have to like shimmy down and try and get yourself in the hoop while everyone's shooting at you, it's a little bit tense.
Yeah, and I've already seen it a million times, and I know this has happened to me so many times when I play BBall. You just land on top of the hoop, and it like not quite on the hoop, and then you just die, and the intel's sitting up there, and you just want to jump on it so bad.
The hoop's gonna know if you're on the hoop. If you're not on the hoop, it knows. Oh, Banny, see, he just barely misses. He's behind the white hill. And he actually got over it with 7 health left.
Yeah, and Red's just like going super aggressive. Every time it restarts, they just jump straight onto it and try to go in. And
yeah, I think in the country of Cinco-stan, they call it a backboard.
Oh, yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
I feel better that you didn't know what it was either.
Yeah, well, wait, I never said I didn't. Wait, okay, whatever.
Well,
anyway.
You didn't have to say it, I could tell.
I don't like basketball, alright? It's not my sport of choice.
What's your sport of
football,
choice?
But Red's just all over the intel now, and they're kind of just playing it the same way. At this point, Blue's just baiting them in, like, yeah, we know we can hit all of our shots. Just jump into us.
Oh, Z-Brian went for something fancy, unfortunately missed the hoop. Everyone exploding. Why do they gotta have so much blood in this game?
Yeah, you need to turn off Ragdoll to make
I know,
it safe.
this stream is for kids, for God's sake.
And Red scores another point, but Blue is just kind of running away with this as there's 1 minute left. Red has to go ham right now. They basically have to, like, never miss and just do perfect jumps from now on.
You know, it's funny, too, that there is a slight chance that that could happen. I mean, sometimes... BBall, like, you could have a really, really hard time getting in, like, the first point that we saw capture, like, maybe it took a minute for the first person to cap. And then just every once in a while you have somebody jump and it just, boom, it goes right in. Z-Brian, trying to be one of those guys, but he lands on the white hill.
Yeah, the white hill, it just kills everybody. And now Red picks it up, but I really don't think it's possible to cap 7 times in 30 seconds. So I'm just gonna go ahead and say
I've seen some pretty crazy things in Cinco-stan.
Yeah, and 18 to 10, I don't know about that.
Hey, maybe we can just catch a couple of more air shots before this is actually over here.
I'm gonna put on the Z-Brian cap. Come on, Z-Brian.
He's got the unoriginal...
It's a magic cap.
He's the original...
Oh, it was an air shot.
Yeah. He jumped, didn't he?
It was a regular shot.
The regular hit.
Yeah, and we're gonna see Blue just win. Even at the end, you could see their strategy. They just picked up the intel and stood in the back and made Red have to come to them if they wanted to win, and then just DM them when they landed.
Isn't that like a foul in regular basketball? Like, you can't just hold the ball, they give you a shot clock, and they call it, like, loitering?
I'm pretty sure that's not a thing in basketball, but...
Hey, you'd know better than me. So that's the first match, 18 to 10 in favor of Banny and Z-Brian. Next up match, we're going to have TLR and Patty versus Anarchy and Exco.
Yeah, and do you have any predictions for this match? Like, who do you think's gonna go crazy in this next game, B-Ball?
I'm gonna take the bet and say Anarchy and Exco are gonna pull it out. Exco was going big in the jump event. He was doing his thing, so I mean, he knows how to jump. We saw him yesterday as well in Pug 6v6. He was hitting those rockets. I say he's a good player, and I'm just gonna root for them.
Yeah, honestly, I'm gonna have to say Blue's gonna win. I think for a lot of people that would be like an upset, I guess, just because the TLR factor. And Patty's good at anything. It's definitely counter jumping. That's all he does in MG. And I don't know if that's gonna come in handy here, but his DM's okay. But TLR's kind of ridiculous. I mean, he has 8,000 frag movies of him just hitting air shots on people. So that's definitely gonna be good for defending. But I think Blue has the advantage just in that Anarchy and Exco are both really good jumpers. And
shout out to Tyler, Martell, and Thomas. No problem. Got you, Anarchy.
I got a couple shoutouts too. Thanks to Sargent and Applesauce, they donated some keys. They wanted them to be used as prizes for a couple of the events. So the winner of this B-Ball tournament is going to get 4 keys apiece. I got 8 keys for the winning team, and I already notified them. So the stakes are raised. They're going to be going hard, and I think they're ready to go. Should I go tell them to go live here?
Yeah, absolutely. Good job on the segue.
And, yeah, alright, so just before we're about to get started, any quick score predictions, Star?
Score predictions. I think if I guess it right, I'll be a genie. You know, like, actually, I think when I was like 12 years old, I guess how many jelly beans were in a jelly bean jar, and it was like 2004 or something. So, I mean, that's my cred, but B-Ball's a harsh mistress. I'm gonna say 14 to 18 for Exco and Blue Team.
14 to... Okay.
Yeah, I said it backwards, but you got me,
Alright, well, it has started. Red gets a point really quickly. TLR just jumps in the air and hits all the meat shot, putting on his Carnage Johnson face. Patty's jumping in deep, and he managed to get a second point already.
Carnage Johnson, gonna look that up after this. Really curious, not too sure what's going on. B-Ball, jumping, not really sure what's going on.
Maybe we're just completely wrong here, as Red already scores 3 points. Tyler's just about hit every single shot. He already has like 11 points, so you can only assume he has the most frags, and Red's all over.
What? That was behind the hill. I think my prediction's way off right now. We have Exco going, and he's doing like crazy straights off of other people's bullets to get that, and take it down before he could even get close to the hoop. That was really nice. No, get him! Yeah, on the Little Hill. Little Hill saves him this time. So 1-4 right now in favor of TLR and Patty. So my prediction will be true though. Trust me.
And not too long ago, Anarchy just like pre-fired Patty's face off. It was like a ridiculous shot, but Red manages to get it anyway, and scores now 5-1. As Tyler just fragging everything.
Yeah. The jumps are in favor of Exco, okay, but the air shots are getting opportunities for the TLR. I think that's what's happening here.
Yeah, TLR, his deep, like, I'm just watching him. He just jumps straight up in the air, just pulls out the shotgun and knocks someone down, because God knows the TF2, if you, like, hit someone for 3 while they're in the air, it'll still knock them down.
Yeah, that's always been rather infuriating. That's one of the reasons I have to interject why I hate the mini sentry. Just the stopping of movement instantly. Boom, you're done with, kid. And actually, that you mentioned it is a rather good strategy in B-Ball too. You can see it in a soldier's eyes when he's ready to jump for the hoop. So if you jump up and meet him in the air, that is such an easy shot for you to just slap them down on the ground and say, no, you ain't.
Yeah, just smack him in the face with a shot. Don't even shoot. Just get so close to him. And
hey, why not?
Someone went flying. Patty got super high up in the air with the never-ending skybox that is B-Ball.
If only they could jump extra high. I think he was trying to do it there as he stayed up in the air for like an infinite amount of time just getting shotgun so he couldn't fall. Ooh, Patty, don't shoot yourself.
He was trying to go for the rocket jump. Unfortunately, you can't rocket jump when you're at 10 health, Patty.
I think he knows that. Taking a little bit of damage right before he went for the rocket jump. We all know how it goes when you get head shot, you're about to jump and look like an idiot. Ooh, stopped at the last absolute second. There is kind of a little teleport box above the hoop where sometimes like you haven't actually fallen down all the way yet sometimes it feels like, and you still get the ball in there. But stopped him in time.
Yeah, and Red kind of running away with this. 5-point lead, 6-point lead now. NRK has gotten a lot of points. He's been turning up the fragging ability, but they're not converting that into points, so...
I believed in change, and what has it done for me?
I don't know, I still got faith in my boy XCO. I don't know you, but you're pretty incredible in everything I've seen you do, so...
Yeah, I'm not denying that he's good, but TLR's just been doing so much work to deny every single jump. He just meets him up there in the air every time, and ooh, he actually waited for the jump that time. Unfortunately, missed the hoop. He waited for TLR to jump. They're getting into the metagame. He jumped after he landed. Just gotta land on the hoop next time.
And I'm still waiting. I'd like to see TLR pull out some crazy air shot or frag by TLR3, because he's really just been using the shotgun. As Patty and Anarchy just meet midair, blow each other's faces up, and they both take like 80 fall damage.
Hey, do you want to look fancy, or do you want to win? You want to win by like 30? You want to know the strats? You want to get air shots?
They're up by 9. They can start playing fancy now. As the blue soldier's bombing in, he almost got on top of that, but 2 soldiers shotgunning at you, you're not gonna get far midair.
I know a lot of people in the B-ball community probably disagree with me, but I'm gonna say I like B-ball more with everyone having gunboats. But that's just me. It's kind of silly. It's kind of really silly.
Yeah, NRK just spawns, gets a couple frags. He might actually be able to cap this. I think he's doing so many jumps that he actually got. Like, he just jumped with every single
I didn't even
rocket.
see him get it. He just like, I don't think he knew where he was.
Yeah, NRK is actually really doing a lot now. He got quite a few blocking air shots there, barely saved it for his team, but TLR just jumped straight on the hoop again. 10-point lead now.
Ooh, we almost just had another point by Blue, but dies right before he gets to it. I think that's, as we keep saying, that's the main difference right here, is that the defense from Red is, they got the D. You know what? You want to give someone the D, they got it.
Yeah, Red definitely has the biggest D in this game right now, as Anarchy is the only one up, so it's a pretty easy cap for TLR.
We are looking at, is that actually 4 minutes left on the clock still? Or am I looking at the bad clock? Because
there are 4 minutes and 25 seconds left in this game right now, as Red is up by 11.
They're looking pretty good, but TLR missing his rocket, like going over the fence. Kind of fumbling it a bit over there. We have a fumble. That's a basketball term. You don't want to do that. The other team gets the ball. TLR, it's the same strategy this whole time, and it's just working so well. Just jump up, use shotgun, deny them.
Anarchy just got a pretty crazy air shot on Pat, who's just flying through midair with Equalizer.
You know what it is? You know what it is? I just figured it out.
What is it?
They want the keys when they win.
Oh yeah, that's gotta be it.
You know how that inspires people
prize.
to keys?
Ducky.
You know how many like useless things you can get out of crates? Or how much real cash money that is? You know they're gonna hustle. Gotta get them keys. Drops the ball back for him. Ooh, he gets taken down. He could have just jumped forward with it. He left it for his teammate who probably had higher health, but he actually died first.
And now Red is leading by 12, so yeah, not looking too good for my boy XCO and his partner Anarchy, as he blows himself up on the fence. That's not how you win B-ball.
Hey, I imagine you can win a lot of other things with that strat.
Really?
You had to think about it for a second, like, baby.
I honestly, I thought about it for a second. I couldn't think of anything. So, I don't believe it. But Blue did cap somewhere in there as they pick it up. Maybe gonna make this only a 10-point deficit, as Anarchy just crashes onto the ground to the Patty shotgun. And
I hope
someone just got destroyed. I don't know if you saw that, but there's like 2 soldiers midair, and they just like body slammed the guy from both sides. Like, that looked horrible.
The body slam. That's gonna be the next taunt after the high five. You have to do it midair to enemies. That'd be fantastic.
Oh my god, the pre-fire onto Patty right there from Anarchy. That's like his 18th pre-fire air shot in this game. If this was MG, he'd be getting yelled at right now.
So yeah, when a team does score, to jump back to the game for a second, the intelligence will spawn at the persons who lost, correct?
Yes.
The people who lost, they get the intel to start with, and it's a metagame within itself where you can start firing at the person before they can even pick up the intel. But even getting the intel when Team XCO, Team Blue, Team Anarchy, they're not able to... I want them to win.
Yeah,
I
2 minutes left, 13 points. I'm pretty sure that's still possible for like B-ball regulation times and all that, but it's gonna be really difficult because Red's just all over them, just sandwiching them with a shotgun. Red just seems to be so coordinated, like they're shooting the same guys and they just jump at the same time. And it's really hard to get past TLR, who is not missing.
Patty had a chance there. I think he could have jumped in and got it. He was a little bit delayed on his reaction to jump, but with a 21-6 score, you don't need to have too much of a hustle. Not really a bad thing to just shotgun guys.
I'm not completely sure if hustling has anything to do with scoring in B-ball, but either way, Red is up by 14 now. It's been like slowly going up this entire game, and now it's basically past the point where people are, oh my, what? TLR just like mid-air airshot that guy, then Patty airshot, some crazy combo play here.
That's what I call teamwork.
Oh yeah, they're basically out teamworking Blue, honestly.
Oh, he mid-air shoveled him.
Yeah,
props for that one. I mean, if you get anything, you get props.
You get some mad respect for that.
no one's brought out the shovel this entire time. You got to see a little bit of shovel action. I mean, why not? Exco here with 2 health. They're only up to 30 seconds left, so I think they're just trying to see how many points they can score on them before 30 seconds are up at this point.
Yeah, you saw Banny and Zebrine last time when it was going down to just the final seconds. They're playing super passive, but TLR is just like, nah, screw that. I'm just gonna jump straight in, try to add more points onto the score, make him feel worse.
Yeah, because then when someone sees your score in like MGE, they can be like, oh, that guy's really good. He has a high score. You don't give up those points.
No, you don't. And there you have it. Red wins by, what is that, 17? So, pretty big score deficit there, as you saw TLR basically go in half. Oh, and
Types
also,
SS.
gotta see those sizzling stats for the B-ball game. And also Patty did well too. He got a lot of kills and all that too. So just really good teamwork out of the Red side.
So that's going to bring us into, that's actually all of the teams that we had. We've shown every team on the stream so far. So our next match is going to be the winner of both of those, Banny and Zebrine versus TLR and Patty. Which actually reminds me of the ulti duo match we had this morning. It kind of was Banny versus TLR with teammates. I mean,
in a 2v2
not like they don't matter.
sort of same thing.
I mean, it's vaguely the same, because I know when I was casting Ulti Duo, all I was thinking about was B-ball. So that's kind of why I'm making the connection.
Yeah, I was looking forward to B-ball all day, actually. This is one of the things I was looking forward to most in the whole event, so... And it seems to be pretty good. I think this match is definitely going to be good, and it's still on my mind. Just when you said that, I wonder if Banny's just yelling at Zebrine like he's Lance in that Ulti Duo match.
Yeah, I bet he has been this whole time. At some point during this match, when, you know, it's getting a little bit close, some of those comms would be nice to hear if Banny's just like, don't stand still! Wait, no, it was, you have to stand still. Why would you stand still in B-ball? That's very odd to me. No, not at the moment. We don't need a link right now, but, we're just waiting for this match to get underway. Should be starting any second. Both the teams are not ready. You need both of the teams ready to start a match.
Yeah,
I believe
that's generally how it works. But yeah. So once again, just any quick prediction. Who's gonna go cray in this match?
My predictions are all terrible.
I think they are all good to go. You guys are doing predictions. What were they? Who you got?
Star said all of my predictions are terrible. So I'm gonna give Zebrine that he's gonna go crazy and just airshot everything because he's got like 15 ping. That's not fair. And I think that TLR and Patty are gonna win. I'm gonna say like 15-13. That's the final prediction.
Okay, this is gonna be best of 3 as well.
Oh, okay.
So we're doing 10 minutes. So 3 rounds of 10 minutes, and yeah, best of 3 final.
All right, I'm gonna say they win 2-1.
Yeah,
okay.
I would say 2-1 red team. Yeah, that sounds legitimate.
Okay, I will go tell him to ready up.
Sean Bud didn't even give us his predictions. Probably just whatever. Anyway,
Nope, Fanny's not gonna win this. He's won every event he's been in. It's not okay. Like, he's gonna lose something.
At a certain point, is it okay to even want him to win? Like, we've seen it already.
We know. We know how that feels. We've seen it happen. It's nothing special at this
Don't
point.
you want to feel something different every once in a while? Even Banny, don't you want to know what it's like to lose something?
Banny goes down right away, but that doesn't even matter as you just respawn. And Blue just caps within like 3 seconds.
Yeah, so apparently it really didn't matter all that much.
And Banny jumps in, but he drops the intel. As they focus him down, Zebrain can just pick it up, but he's not really going for a jump. They're just handing it off to each other over and
Patty's
over
too
again.
low, he didn't even go for the intel to pick it up, he goes at about 30 health. It's a bit of a mess right now, really. I'm trying to find words for what's going on, but people are jumping in the air. Zebrain unable to stop him, he jumped right over everybody's head. That is a 1-to-1. I kind of do feel like this was going to be a rather... all of these would be rather low scored compared to what we've seen because how defensive TLR was playing. And like to get through that, they're going to need to take a little bit of time, or just go right for the hoop. I mean...
Yeah, when the DM's like a lot more even, the scores are definitely going to be lower. But, I mean, could be completely wrong, because that's the thing that happens as Banny and Zebrain just both get a kill there, but weren't able to get the point.
We're actually seeing a little bit of the same thing from Banny, where he's just jumping up and denying with the shotgun, so you can't go anywhere. That's... how else are you going to deny someone? It works pretty much every time. It's on the hoop! It's on the hoop! Banny! Oh, he gets air shot, unable to grab it right off of the hoop. That would just be instant capture. You know, like when you're playing basketball and the ball gets stuck in the corner, and like everyone's too short because you're in elementary school and no one can get it out?
I can't say that's ever happened to me, but I know what you're talking about. As both teams wipe, it seems like Red is really just focusing together, like their team play. I don't know if they're calling focuses or anything, but it seems like they're doing that. I kind of want to hear their comms to see what they're like.
Yes, comms sound delicious. We got that? Hello?
Hello?
I think Lank's here, boys. Keep going.
No,
Okay.
it was Link the whole time.
Yeah,
He
yeah,
didn't
that's
say
what I was
anything.
thinking too. Like, is it like, no, they don't even care. There's no strategy, there's no coordination. It's just, we want to play some
They
goddamn
just
b-ball.
didn't
Would you
say
get out of
a
our mobile?
word. Let's listen on Red and see if there's anything different. I'm gonna Link right away, so don't disturb him.
Only hurt. Banny's just gonna
Watch
take
Banny,
it.
watch Banny.
Yeah. He's really hurt.
Fuck.
Shit. I'll go aggressive.
Hey, can you... Okay.
Damn
Can
it.
you grab the intel and then walk up and then drop it? At the start, not right now.
Okay.
And he's respawning. Delay. Fuck.
Okay, I'm gonna... maybe Blue is a bit more talkative now. I'm gonna tentatively Link to them again.
Oh my god. He's gonna crater, I think.
Okay.
Words of a champion. He's gonna crater, I think. Good call, good call.
Effective calming from Blu-ray. TLR is just going crazy. He's like, God damn it, lost to Banny in like 16 events already. He doesn't want to lose to Banny again, so he was just kind of telling Patty what to do, like...
Yeah, we've got 6 minutes left in this match, so I mean, there's still a lot of time, but it's only 4-4 right now. Like I was saying, we probably are going to see lower scores because of how defensive and how even both of the teams are right here. This is definitely going to be the best match we get to watch. It's awesome that we get to see a best out of 3 of this.
Yeah, definitely. And Blue just with a small lead here, but Red's just like coordinated jumping over, but it doesn't really matter when there's just rockets getting shot into you midair.
And not much you can do when rockets hit you mid-air. TLR just craters. Oh, I hope they calm that.
I think he's gonna crater.
Oh,
Hey,
he cratered
did
like
crit.
yeah, he cratered like
Bracket.
on the hoop. I'm not sure if that counts.
That's the worst
Patty going
feeling,
with the
like
shotgun.
dying just on the hoop.
I think it still counted as a cap, or maybe I don't pay attention. Anything? Oh, that was a nice shot by Patty. Just shut him down completely. It landed on the hoop. That should have been a cap for sure, but it was nothing.
Yeah, no, the Intel is kind of like stuck in the corner. It's 5,000 times. People were just jumping into it and dying over and over.
Patty!
Oh my god, that was a cap.
Yeah, we're starting to see a bit more caps come out here from both teams as they're starting to be a little bit more aggressive or getting used to the defense, or just maybe something's happening.
Yeah, and TLR just doing what we've seen him do for 2 games now, just jump straight in the air and just shotgun everybody. And then ZBrian just does the exact same thing.
You find what works. It doesn't matter what's fancy, like, cool, you got a holographic, like, freaking Charizard. It doesn't make the card any better.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Feel you. Yeah, I'm
You
picking
have
up
to
what
know
you're putting down.
Oh, Patty.
He just got destroyed, but it doesn't even matter because TLR just swoops in there and gets the cap.
7-7 now. This has been even all the way too, which is really nice to see that. Not only are they, playing both teams very well, but like right at the same level. Not gonna know who's gonna win until it comes to the very end. Still 4 minutes left. We have Ace with the point. I can't see people's names in spec. Why not?
Yeah, and Blue just tried to get in there, but it seems like they're just jumping one at a time, and that's not really working when Patty and TLR are just focusing so effectively.
But when you have the flag, it's so hard to say, we're gonna wait and push on this, because that's usually the mentality in like all the competitive Team Fortress do. You wait for the Uber, then you push. But if you wait in this, if you wait on what you have, you're slowly but surely losing health with every rocket or shotgun that comes across the map. There's no way to regen it other than die. So you have to go with what you have every time.
Yeah, no, the Intel's just been stuck in the red hoop corner just like the entire time. And then TLR just somehow magically jumps across the entire court and caps. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, that can happen when, like, the flag's in the red poop corner. Did you say red poop corner?
Yeah, that's
yeah, I've got one of those in my house, too. No, it's no big deal.
And Benny just went flying there, like, he was so high up. I love the no skybox. It makes this 10 times more fun. As Red takes the 3-point lead, I think we need to switch over to the blue comps to see if they picked it up when they're losing.
Fuck, I never have the health I need. It sucks. God.
As you can see, Blue is just intense and focused on the game right now. Banny just never has the fucking health he needs. And the Red now at the 4-point lead.
What? That's why we're doing this charity, for kids, to increase their health. That's what we want to do. Banny just doesn't have enough.
And now I'm just watching the Patty cam. He's just sitting on the intel, just waiting for TLR to come back up. He's running around with the equalizer. And now everyone is wiped. TLR comes up first, is trying to get on it before the blue team does.
We actually do have a few point lead by the red team now. TLR and Patty are taking the advantage here. 7-11. Much like the convenience store, it's open late.
Why was that fun?
That didn't mean anything!
No. Both teams are up. His Banny's jumping really high, but just gets denied by the 2 shotguns of the red soldiers.
Oh man, this is getting crazy. We are down to 1 minute and 30 seconds left, so if they're going to do anything, HRG, Banny, and ZBrian, they're going to have to do it now. Definitely can see a lot of comebacks happen in BBall, as you can just jump right over there. ZBrian leaves the point behind, but nobody falls for the bait. Everyone kind of saw, like, immediately that he left it there. Didn't, try to airshot him or anything. They're focused gamers.
Yeah, they're definitely focused on the game, as you could hear from their intense comms, and now they do get a cap, so they're only down by 4. There's a minute left, which is more than enough time to get 4 cap.
Hey, you can cap on 5 CP in like a minute. It happens. So I'm pretty sure we could see that happen 4 times. You just can't let them get on and make that deficit even greater, so don't let them... You don't want them to score, that's the objective.
Yeah, and ZBrian just tried to jump on the hoop without the basketball, so that's not really how you score.
Yeah, down to 45 seconds, less than a minute. HRB Banny trying to get into the white hill. Oh, he like fell off of the hill and right over the hoop. Like didn't even. Oh, you hate to see that type of thing happen. The dunk. Oh, that would have been glorious. He was so high. He was so high.
That would have been the craziest dunk in B-ball history.
Yeah, you'd remember that. You'll remember back in 2013. The dunk.
the dunk. Now 20 seconds left. I kinda, maybe at the end want to switch over to red comm and just see how they're feeling.
We can do that right now.
Go for it.
He's hurt. He really hurt. Shotgun. Got this.
Boom! Nice.
Nice.
One more.
Boom.
Boom! Yeah, every time I do something I feel good about in life, that's what I say too. Boom! I just drop one of them on him and everybody knows. Everybody who's listening in. Yo, one time I like folded my laundry real good. Boom!
Alright, so I believe we're just gonna re-exec. That was 10 minutes, correct?
Yes.
Yeah,
Alright, so it's now 1-0 in favor of TLR squad.
yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, right now we're going to have, it could potentially be one more match if Red Team, TLR, and Patty win this next one. They're going to be the grand champions of the B-Ball tournament. If they don't win, then it's going to be 1-1. Then you can kind of figure out what happens next.
Yeah, so Star, what do you think's gonna happen this one? I think that I think Banny and Zebra are gonna pull this one back, and then TLR and Patty are gonna win the last round.
They're just gonna ready up pretty soon, okay?
Okay.
Well, our predictions were a 2-1. I'm sticking with that still. I knew it would be a good match. I knew it wouldn't be like any team just goes 2-0, something like that. It is just gonna, it's gonna be a good game all the way through.
Yeah, I think that Banny's gonna put on his try-hard pants for this game because he does not want to lose anything in TF2, and I'm sure that this B-Ball is something he also doesn't want to lose. He's won literally every event in this
All he's
whole
ever
thing,
wanted
so.
to do since he was a little Banny is win the B-Ball.
I think, is the game maybe going live here? No, it isn't.
They're practicing.
Oh, yeah,
Gosh,
it
it's
is.
happening again.
Exco, gosh, it's happening again. And Red just tried to get on it, but Zebra just stole it from underneath Patty's feet right away, and just a quick cap for Blue. This Banny's in the air, just meat-shotting TLR, taking back the intel.
Yeah, we do have a 1-point capture already. We are seeing like the one really quick one, both times I think by Banny, where he just, blue team, they got it immediately. And then it goes off into the standoff once again where they're trying to shotgun each other, make sure that they can control the intelligence, deny the other team. The B-Ball sort of thing's going on. Zebrine has it right now, but slides his face across the concrete, not very successful maneuver. Banny's gonna go for the jump. Oh, I thought he actually might have been able to jump off of the other player's rocket. That would have been peachy keen.
Yeah,
I want to give a quick shout out. We've got about 17 minutes until the raffles close. After then, we will still be accepting donations, but nobody else is going to be entered into the raffles. So if you guys want to get in, you got 17 minutes left. Also, the auction threads, if you scroll down to the bottom on the Twitch info, you can get your bids in for about 17 minutes yet.
Yeah, so donations, we still will be taking donations, but no more raffles for anybody. Can you tell us when we can find out when the winners of those raffles are going to be?
Yes, at the end of this event, the raffles end, and then we're having a show match between HRG and Mix-Up, and at the end of the show match during the hour between midnight and 1 a.m. Eastern, we're gonna announce all the winners.
Sounds glorious.
And anyway, now back to the B-Ball, as Zebrine and Bandy were able to score another point. This game seems to be kind of slow. 2 minutes, just 2 points. That's not many for B-Ball.
Yeah, they have not been able to pull anything out here. That TLR defense, it's still defending. I mean, it's so hard to get in there when so many people have such good shotgun aim, and really just one shotgun is enough to take you out of the air and take you out of the fight and make you not be able to cap the darn thing. We can actually see the points just went up to 3 again for HRG, Banny, and Zebrine, so they have a confident lead right now. Maybe they've got this figured out.
Yeah, and the shotgun, it really is important. As you can see, there's like another 3 shotgun kills there. I'm glad I'm not playing this. My shotgun is just terrible. I can't kill anything with it. Like,
If you say you wanted to play it, you're probably thinking, oh yeah, you get to jump around and, you know, do cool jumps and shoot rockets at people. And this is just
Bandy just
use
killed
shotgun.
Tyler and Patty with 1 shotgun, and that's like the thing you see in 8 million frag movies with the scout just like meat shots 2 people at once. Bandy just did that with a shotgun. Z-Brian's just running around, just juking TLR.
With Equalizer out with 20 health, trying to accomplish something. He's doing it his best.
Oh yeah, and now Patty just jumps straight on his face as Z-Brian types kill into console or hits his bind, whatever. And Blue has the ball right now, but they lose it quickly to the shotguns.
Oh, Banny shoots him up in the air. He actually does get a little bit higher because of that shot. Still not able to capture it, not enough momentum. No, everyone just ragdolls. Like someone said, and he's coming! And they all drop to the floor.
Yeah, like 3 people just typed killing console right there, no big deal. As Banny has the flag once again, hands it off to Z-Brian, who you can only assume is going to go for a big jump, but just takes a rocket to his feet that launches him back as they both just drop dead, taking a nap.
Mela, I have a problem. Every player I watch dies. They just kill themselves. I can't watch this anymore. They're all killing themselves.
And now we're 4 minutes in with only 4 caps, and in other games there's already like 20 caps right now or something ridiculous. So.
They want the keys. There's a lot of keys at stake here.
And there's a lot of keys. That's like real world money.
I know.
Right there.
If we go by what happened with the uncrating that Truck did, you're probably going to get absolutely nothing until like the 70th, 80th key.
Hey, they might get something with like the 8 keys, 10 keys, whatever it was. That's pretty good. That's like 10 things off a $1 menu at McDonald's.
They might feel good about it. That's important too.
Yeah, and
for the $1 menu.
The $1 menu.
You can't go to the $1 menu, like show up at McDonald's and say, I got some keys. Would you like some?
I was assuming you'd sell them, okay? But anyway, Banny with the long jump, that was pretty ridiculous. The shotgun kind of propelled him because, you know, shotguns just knock people everywhere. If you're jumping at them, it just stops you, but if you're shooting someone in the back, it just launches them at 6 billion miles per hour.
Yeah, that's actually too when we're seeing most of the captures happen is when somebody's jumping over everyone else's head. And even if they do shoot them, it's gonna help them.
Yeah, and the intel was just right in front of the red hoop for a few seconds there, as everyone's kind of swarmed onto it. And then Patty just
that
goes
was
for
a good
nice
play.
Jump. Yeah, that
he
was
jumped up and
play.
denied him, but he had dropped the ball on the floor for his teammate and got a sweet capture out of that.
Yeah, no, Red may be able to pull it back. There's still a lot of time left as we're just creeping under that half point, or halfway mark.
Yeah, it's still a lot of time left to go, but it is 5-2. This is the most defensive game, or the least amount of scores we've seen in any game so far, but it's the keys. The keys matter. TLR gonna crater. Better call that.
The fall damage in this is just ridiculous. Like, you see a guy jump up, and then just another guy jumps, like, right on top of him, just 87 damage, launches him toward the ground, and takes, like, 500 fall damage.
There's so much jumping you have to do. You can't have the gunboats. Your feet have gotta be killing you. Can we use more metaphors?
Oh,
like when you go on the...
Did you see how high he was?
I was on his cam. He's just up there. No more metaphor. I'm sorry. It would have been terrible.
Because of course it did lag out there because my internet is god awful. I hate you, Time Warner Cable.
Not Fisher Price?
Honestly, I would prefer Fisher Price to Time Warner. But anyway, Red is now jumping up really high, but TLR just gets shotgunned down like 8,000 feet up in the air.
Z-Brian dunks it in. It looks like they have, you know, in any other match, I would have said you can come back from this. But in any other match, this would have been within the first 30 seconds that this score was put up.
Oh yeah, this has just been really back and forth because like the DM of the two teams is just so even, but Blue's kind of getting a big advantage here. And
yeah, Z-Brian's making some good dumps, and there he goes. Banny gets another. It's just it's all piling up. It's snowballing.
Yeah, and as Blue is just taking the big lead here, I just kind of want to listen to the fantastic personality they have in their mumble, so I think we need to switch the comms over to the Blue team.
You live? Yeah. They know.
Are you alive?
Silent. I'm like over here trying to laugh because they'll hear me and like they'll know we're listening, but at the same time like
Those are some effective comms. Star, are you alive? Yeah. They know. They know. That's all that needs to be said as they take the 6-point lead. Red trying to come back into this with only 2 minutes left.
Yeah, with 2 minutes on the timer, we have seen a... I wasn't even watching the match while listening to those comms. I was so focused on what they were saying, like some crazy stuff going down in there. But there were some caps while that was going on. It's still looking like it's definitely in favor of Banny and Z-Brian, which I can't argue with because that means we're going to be able to see another match.
Yeah, and maybe our predictions of 2-1 will come true. But it is always possible for Red to still win, but we're just watching Blue use the same strategy they did in the previous game. They're really just kind of holding on to it and playing pretty defensively.
Something's gonna happen. Z-Brian's got it now. Z-Brian's been doing a lot of dunks, waiting for him to jump, and no, the shotgun. And then the air shot as he comes back down to earth. But Banny,
that was such a good
he had
play.
4 health when he landed.
I don't know if you saw what happened, but Z-Brian just jumped in the air, and I think he managed to kill someone, just take like all the focus on him, but he dropped it, and they weren't looking at Banny, who then picked it up and just jumped straight onto the hoop.
Yeah, that's been working for them a lot as well, where you bait their attention, but you give it all to the other person.
I'm legitimately shocked at how effective their teamwork has been, considering all they say is, "Are you alive?"
You know what? That's the funny thing too. Like, I wasn't even thinking of that. Like, they're passing the ball off, they're doing all this stuff, you know, working together, like, they just know. They're connected. I bet they're, like, sitting, like, desk to desk, so they don't even have to use Mumble. And every once in a while, they just, like, accidentally push their push to talk.
And, yeah, no, we're coming on to 30 seconds, 5 points for Red. I'm pretty sure it's not gonna happen. Blue's still trying to go for points. Z-Brian's just all over that.
Banny lagging around a little bit on my screen. Don't know if that's just me. 22 seconds left on the clock. We do have like these giant white boards like in the sky behind the actual hoop. Don't know if anyone has noticed that. I don't know why they're there. It makes me think of ping pong.
I don't know. What?